When you think of unique Australian animals, you naturally think of the kangaroo and the koala, but on the internationally recognised scale of cutability, the kangaroo, let's face it, ain't gonna rate that high. The koala, on the other hand, 5-star rolled gold gilt-edged cuteness. But she's slow and she's dim-witted and she's in possession of the tiniest of brains, so how come the koala is recognised worldwide as the symbol of Australia? It's gotta be the cuteness. Who said looks don't count for nothing? I mean, look at her. I'm admiring these national treasures on Phillip Island, around 140 k's southeast of Melbourne. Connected by bridge to mainland Victoria, its easy access means it's often touted as a day trip destination. But book in for a few days and you'll quickly figure out there's far more to Phillip Island than fast bikes and penguins. Here at the Koala Conservation Centre, there's precisely 21 reasons to come and visit.
So we've got 21 in our reserve.
And males, females?
Yeah, so around about 4 males and the rest are females. The males can be a little bit more territorial. So on this area, for example, we have 5 females and 1 male, and that's just a really good ratio that works for them.
And I'm sure he's happy with that as well.
I'm sure he's very happy with that.
The centre was established to ensure the survival of the koala population here on Phillip Island, and 2 elevated boardwalks will get you right up close to these lazy but lovable creatures.
This is a great way also to educate people and to allow people to understand the pressures that these guys do have in the wild.
And you do get marvellously close to them, don't you?
You do, absolutely. And it allows people to have that real connection with the animals.
From a bear that isn't a bear to a bird that can't fly, the penguin. And whenever you do a little penguin research, you'll always come across the term flightless seabird, almost as if it was an advantage. They make up for it, however, underwater by being the fastest swimming, deepest diving bird there is. They're also the most streamlined animal on the planet, adopting a technique called porpoising to zoom through the ocean, which makes you think perhaps they should have been a porpoise or a fish, or anything really, but a bird. Phillip Island's famous penguin parade takes place around dusk at Summerland Beach. Every day, 365 days a year, penguins come ashore and trek up to 2 kilometres to find their burrows. Do you call them a pack? It's not a pack of penguins, is it?
Now we call them a raft of penguins when they're in the water, and we call them, well, we affectionately call them a waddle of penguins when they're on the land, yes. But otherwise a group. Oh, here they come.
A real waddle of them.
Yeah, a proper waddle of penguins.
Yeah. So, how do they form in the sea? How do they get together?
So they form into these things that we call rafts. So they'll spend the day by themselves swimming, hunting for fish and seafood and that sort of thing. Then just before sunset, well, they will form into these rafts, and they do that by, they make a hucking noise, and it sounds a little bit like this. Huck, 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 huck. And they're saying, hey, are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Let's swim in together. Let's do this penguin parade.
Wow.
You never get sick of this.
No.
Never get sick of it. Cute every time.
Yeah. Outnumbering the island's human residents by 3 to 1, the penguins spend up to 3 weeks at a time at sea. So this is the largest colony of little penguins anywhere in the world?
Absolutely.
How many do you have?
We've got a whopping 32,000 little penguins here on Phillip Island.
And
the biggest colony in the world.
Why are they so attracted to this area?
They know it's a safe area. It's traditionally, well, we're fox-free now, so no foxes to eat them up.
Right.
Very nice and safe, and of course it's protected land. We here at Phillip Island Nature Parks do look after the land here. They
generally come ashore to breed, to rest, and to molt. Some of them are quite, really quite fat.
Yes, yeah. So you have some really nice and lean penguins, and otherwise you see some really sort of chunky penguins whose feathers are a little bit, aren't looking so good, and those penguins are just about to molt.
And that takes place on land, obviously.
Yes, that has to take place on land because they need to be waterproof. It's really important that they get fresh feathers once a year so that they can stay waterproof.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll spend about 17 days on land pushing out those old feathers, growing in those new feathers.
Right. There's a number of viewing platforms and boardwalks, including an underground experience to get a bird's eye view as the penguins pass on by. It really is quite the magnificent spectacle and phenomenon, but it's left me feeling all insignificant, I gotta say, these tiny little creatures waddling past, having braved the icy chill of the ocean and the thunderous surf heaving off Bass Strait and the whole terror of the potential of being mauled by many, many much larger predators. And all the while, look at them, just as casual as a hipster in a cafe, whilst I'm feeling all sort of shivery in my corduroys. We humans needed to be better built.